Evidence was collected as a whole class dance assignment on October 31st, 2016. The students were introduced to the dance terms locomotor and non-locomotor or axial. This was the first time the students had been introduced to these terms. Students were placed into pairs and given an iPad with 9 video clips to watch of different locomotor and axial movements. Students were each given a Choose Your Moves worksheet to complete as a pre-assessment. Students were first asked to read the directions on how to complete each movement as listed on the worksheet. Students were then directed to watch the videos presented of each movement being performed. Students were asked to stand and perform each movement with the video on the second and/or third time watching. Students were directed to choose 2 locomotor movements and 2 axial movements from the list on their worksheet. Students were asked to write the name of the locomotor movements next to the words locomotor movement and to write the axial movements next to the words non-locomotor axial under My Moves column. Students were then asked to stand and perform their dance movement pattern for their partner. This activity lasted approximately 25 minutes from start to finish, from exploring the movements with the videos to creating their own movement pattern. Following this activity, the students turned in their worksheets and iPads, at which time they were placed in groups of 4. They were then asked to consider the terms locomotor and non-locomotor and to discuss in their groups what they think the terms mean and how they relate to the recent activity. During this time, I walked around and participated in small group discussions, listening to their thought processes regarding the terms locomotor and non-locomotor. When I reached Dominic's group, he was stating he thought locomotor movements were movements that were bigger than the others, the non-locomotor movements. One student in his group challenged him, stating she thought locomotor movements were movements that make you jump high in the air. It was clear these students had never learned the meaning of the terms locomotor and non-locomotor axial prior to this lesson. Dominic had somewhat of a challenge in executing the movements with the video, especially the movements that moved side to side from one place to another.